Hi, I'm Reverend Dr. Mitzi Smith. I am a New Testament scholar and the host of Womanist Dialogues. I am also currently the J. Davison Phillips Professor of New Testament at Columbia Theological Seminary. This is the first in a series of YouTube videos on the subject of womanism, and womanist biblical interpretation. I will start with the basic definition of womanist as Alice Walker has defined it. Alice Walker first coined the word womanist in her 1979 essay, Coming Apart, about an African-American husband and wife, and the wife's discovery that her husband was viewing white porn. Walker writes that the wife is a Black feminist or a womanist more commonly. Later, in her 1983 book, In Our Mother's Gardens, Walker provided a more extensive definition of a womanist. The word womanist, Walker writes, comes from the adjective womanish. It is a word that Black mothers use when referring to their female children who were acting grown. They'd say, you acting womanish or you acting grown. Walker further states that a womanist is, quote, a Black feminist or woman of color, unquote. Both are descriptors and not titles. A womanist is a Black woman or a woman of color who demands and struggles for for racial and gender equality, as well as against classism. A womanist is interested, Walker goes on, in grown folks' doings. She is serious, she is responsible, and she is in charge. In the second part of that definition, Walker writes that a womanist loves other women, sexually and non-sexually, that she sometimes loves individual men. She values and privileges Black women's culture. She is committed to the survival and wholeness of an entire people, male and female. She is not a male basher, as a lot of people like to think of women who identify either as womanist or feminist. She is a separatist, but only when necessary for health reasons. She's a universalist in that she views herself as connected to other human beings, regardless of race and ethnicity. She is traditionally capable, like Harriet Tubman, who took her freedom and empowered other people to take theirs as well. This points to a tradition of womanist doings prior to the coining of the word. At least I, as a womanist, would call Harriet Tubman a proto-womanist. She embodied ideals of womanist before the term was coined. And next, Walker says that a womanist loves music, she loves dance, she loves the mood, she loves the spirit with a capital S, she loves food, loves love, loves the folk, and loves herself regardless. Finally, Walker states that a womanist is to feminist as purple is to lavender. They are related, but they are not the same thing and are not the same color. To name oneself is a political act. When the Reverend Dr. Katie Geneva Cannon was living, she has joined the ancestors. She responded to why Black women in religion some of us call ourselves womanists, or how the term womanist came to be a term by which we defined or identified ourselves. She stated that we wanted something of our own. We wanted to be able to name ourselves based on a nomenclature that derived from our community, from our ways of knowing. And so to name ourselves, for me to name myself a womanist, is a political act, and it is a political act of resistance in a world that would rather name, has taken the power and would rather have the power to name me rather than allow me to name myself. It is an act of agency, it is agentive, and it is a political act. Rather than to append an adjective to feminist, the adjective Black, we have chosen, those of us who identify as womanists, to name ourselves. I am a womanist. Please stay tuned for the future videos that will be posted to my YouTube channel, further discussing womanism, and womanist biblical interpretation.